The point that is critical to this analysis of European thought and behavior is that Platonic theory and epistemology and its subsequent development, enculturation, and reformulation provided the most effective ideological underpinning for politically and culturally aggressive and imperialistic behavior patterns on the part of the European people, precisely because the argument was stated in intellectual and academic scientific terms. Plato not only helped to establish a theory of the human that will valorize scientific cognition to the exclusion of other cognitive modes, but, and that is crucial, he established the academy. Because people are always like, who created that? Where does that start? How did I even start? Oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, blah, blah. It basically started it because things started unfolding dramatically from Plato. Because now, after him, the next person who came who was very prominent in the West was Aristotle. Aristotle, who came with the whole notion of tabula rasa. You know, that it's the experience that we put in ourselves that shape our personality. We're not born with knowledge. Hence, tabula rasa. When the child is born, all is empty. That's anti-African thinking because we think we're born with something. But they say no. He now overemphasized the senses, the body. Still following a little bit of Platonic, but cutting a little bit from him because Platonic was basically saying the thinking should control the feelings and the body. But Plato says we're born with nothing. Hence, everything we know came in through our senses. We have to see so that we know it, or smell, or learn, or anything. So, and then from him we move to Descartes, who also say, well, our senses can deceive us, because when you, and he has the image of the rails, the train rails. He say when you look at the train rails, when they're near you, you can see that there's a space. They're far apart. Those rails are far apart when they're near your sight. But as you look at them into the horizon, far into the horizon, you have the impression that those rails are merging to become one. So are they one? Are they merged? No. But that's what your eyes make you see. So it's just an impression. It's a perception. So therefore your eyes and everything can betray you. Hence, go back to the thinking. Because everything, feeling and everything is just spirituality. Is just thing that can deceive us. We have no way of objectifying it. Therefore, for us to know that those rails are not merging in the horizon, we need to use the thinking that will make us know that, oh, it's because it's going far into the horizon, then the eyes cannot perceive or see the space between the two. Therefore, so it's your thinking that tells you what the truth is, not you seeing. Hence, back to the thinking that should dominate the feeling or the senses. So you can see from Plato how all these people start, and then you go to the German one, Kant, Immanuel Kant, who also wants to bring back the two together. He says, okay, yes, we have the phenomenon which is outside that we can see, but we also have the noumen which is inside that gives shape, because what is outside is there. But if we do not have the noumen inside that can help us give shape and form and everything to the one outside, then one cannot exist without the other. We need to have the shaper inside to give shape to the object outside. The two should work together. So you can see all of the big philosophers who influenced Western thought followed Plato's doctrine of thinking, and then they just started giving different perspective of it, and that is the bulk of Western thinking process. Rob the universe of its richness, denying the significance of the symbolic, simplify phenomena until it becomes mere object, and you have a knowable quantity. Here begins and ends the European epistemological mode. If you really want to understand the European epistemological mode, the European way of knowing what the truth is to strip the universe of its richness. Everything that is symbolic becomes objectified because you need to take control of it and give meaning to it, right? So and that is where you begin the splitting, because if you live in the realm of symbolic, then you're part of the universe. You honor it, it honors you, you're symbiotic with it. But if you demarcate from it, it means you begin to strip the symbolic, and everything is the object. I see the moon is the moon, I see the star is the star, I see the cloud is the cloud, I see this is, everything becomes an object to study, to understand, to learn, to know. Then you begin to position yourself as the knower who is superior to the object that you study. And that is how the whole thing began there. And then in page 30, at the top there, and it says, this is not to say that he was not influenced by the pre-Socratic African philosophy that preceded him, right? Say it doesn't mean that he was not influenced by the Egyptian philosophy knowledge, because you asked me about that. What about, how does that relate to Egypt? If you look at the bottom of that page, the general premises of assumption they call blah blah has been formulated as seminal. Any discussion of the nature and origin of European epistemology must focus on, if not begin, with Plato. That is the top first sentence of the page 30. Everything for her begins with Plato. And she says, because you were saying, how does that connect with Egypt? And she says, this is not to say that he was not influenced by the pre-Socratic African philosophies that preceded him. He was influenced by them. But what Plato seems to have done is to have laid a rigorously constructed foundation for the repudiation of the symbolic sense, the denial of cosmic, intuitive knowledge. So he understood very well the Egyptian knowledge, the African wisdom and knowledge. He understood that. He just wanted us to take control of it by changing how people see it and relate to it.